Hello students, happy morning. Class 12 Physics, Unit 6, Ray Optics continuation video. In today's class, let me see the relation between F and R for a spherical mirror. Okay. Here F is a focal length and R is a radius of curvature. First of all, I consider a concave mirror. Okay. Here this side is silver coated. Then this side will be a polished surface. Okay, this surface is polished surface, this surface is silver coated surface. Midpoint of the mirror, that is known as pole of the mirror. Then the center of the sphere, that is known as center of curvature C. The line joining the center of curvature and the pole is known as principal axis. Principal axis. Okay. If suppose I consider a paraxial ray that is parallel to the principal axis, that instant on the mirror at the point M. At that point M, I drawn a normal that will meet at the point C. Okay. After that, it will reflect and pass through a point in a principal axis that is known as focus. According to the law of reflection, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Okay, see here it is a incident ray, it is a principal axis. Okay, this is a point M, this is the point I think P. Okay, I drawn a perpendicular on principal axis, that is MP. Okay, then this is known as C, this point is known as F. We know very well, this is I, this also I. Here this one and this angles are alternate interior angles. Okay, so we can say this one as I, and also we can say this is 2I, so this also 2I, because these two are alternate interior angles. Okay, so we can write, see, this is I plus I 2I, so we can write this one as 2I. This is I, so this is I, because of alternate interior angles are equal. Okay, then let me move for the convex mirror. Here it is a convex mirror. Center of the mirror is known as, middle point of the mirror is known as pole. Here it is a center of curvature, that is C. A line joining the pole and the curvature, center of curvature is known as principal axis. Okay, here there is a ray that travel parallel to the principal axis. After reflection, it will deviate from the mirror. Okay, at that point I drawn a normal. It will meet at a point C, that is known as center of curvature. Okay, we know very well, this is angle of incidence, this is also angle of incidence, that means angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Okay, if suppose I am extending this ray, it meet at a point that is F, focus. Here for the convex mirror, the deviated light ray is appeared to be deviated from the point F. Okay, this is I, this is I, so the overall value is 2I. Then we can say, see, this one and this one, see, parallel ray, this is a principal axis, this is that normal. Okay, here this is I, so we can say this is I, because corresponding angles are same. This is I. See, this one, two parallel rays, this is, the point is M, the point is P, sorry F. Okay, this is 2I, so we can write this one as 2I. Okay, see, here I consider this diagram or this diagram. Okay, your wish. First of all, here I consider this diagram, second diagram. For this diagram, we know the angle MCP, that is equal to MCP, that is equal to I, and the angle MFP, that is equal to 2I. Okay, here these two triangles are right angle triangles. Okay, triangle MCP and triangle MFP are right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. So we can write tan I is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. For this, tan I is equal to opposite side is PM, adjacent side is, that is PC. Then tan 2I can be written as opposite side by adjacent side, that is PM by PF. Okay, here the angles are very small, so we can consider tan I is approximately equal to I, and tan 2I is approximately equal to 2I. Okay, so we can write I is equal to PM by PC and 2I is equal to PM by PF. Okay, substituting I in 2I, then we get 2I is equal to, that means I became PM by PC, that is equal to PM by PF. Here PM going to cancel, then we get 2 PF is equal to PC. 2 PF is equal to PC. Here PF, see, PF, the distance between the pole and the focus is known as focal length F. Okay, and the distance between the pole and the center of curvature, that is R. So we can write PF is equal to F and PC is equal to R. Then 2F is equal to R. This is the relation between focal length and radius of curvature. Okay. Our next topic, image formation in spherical mirrors. Okay. To locate the image, we have to meet the two reflected rays in concave and convex mirror. Okay, in order to locate the image, minimum we have to meet the two reflected rays from the mirror. See, first of all, I consider a concave mirror. Okay, this is a principal axis, this is pole, this is focus. If a ray of light travel parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it pass through focus. Okay, then same mirror, this is a pole, this is a principal axis, this is a focus, this is center of curvature. Here there is an object. Okay, a ray of light that pass through focus, after reflection it pass parallel to the principal axis. Okay, first case, a ray of light travel parallel to the principal axis, after reflection pass through focus. In second case, a ray of light travel through focus and after reflection it pass parallel to the principal axis. Okay, third case, same mirror. Here it is a focus, it is the center of curvature C. Here there is an object. If suppose a ray of light travel through the center of curvature C, okay, it retrace its path. because this is a normal. It travel through the normal, so it will reflect in the same path. Okay. In third case, here there is an object. This is center of curvature, this is a focus. Okay. If the ray of light fall on a pole, after reflection it go in this path. Okay. For this case it obey the law of reflection, I, here also I. If suppose you can use any two diagram for tracing the image. Okay. If the reflected image of any two diagram intersect at a point, we can trace the image at that point. Okay. Then our next topic. Okay, let me see the example for this. If suppose I consider a concave mirror, it is a pole of the mirror, it is a principal axis, here it is a center of curvature C, it is a focus F. Okay, here object is here. If suppose a ray of light travel parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it pass through focus, we know very well. Then next, if suppose a ray of light that pass through the center of curvature, after reflection it retrace its path. Here the reflected rays intersect at a point, at that point image will be produced. Okay, we can use any other case also. See, suppose object is on center of curvature C, this is focus, parallel ray that pass through focus. Okay, if suppose a ray that pass through focus, after reflection it will be parallel to the principal axis. Okay, this is the intersection point, at that point image will be produced. Okay, we can overlap any two diagrams from these four. Okay, our next topic, that is Cartesian sign convention. Here this is sign convention you have to follow to trace the image. Okay, we know very well object distance, that is U, image distance, that is V, object height, that is H, image height, that is H dash. Okay, focal length, that is F. Okay, these are the quantities we have to follow to find the location of the image. Okay, so here we have to follow a sign convention to locate the images. Okay, see, from this diagram we know very well the distance between the object, this is object, this is a image. Okay, the distance between the object and the pole is represented by the symbol U, and the distance between the pole and the image, that is V. Distance between the pole and the focus, that is small f, focal length. Okay, height of the image is height of the object is H, and height of the image is H dash. Okay, let me see what are the sign convention we are following. Here I consider a concave mirror. This is the pole of the mirror, this is the center of curvature of the mirror. Okay, line that pass through the center of curvature and pole is known as principal axis. Okay, if suppose I consider an object here, the height of the object is H. Okay, here there is a ray, it will travel in this direction. Okay, after reflection it pass through focus, by merging the 2 points we get image. Okay, if suppose I get image here for this case, that is h dash. Object distance, that is represented by u, image distance, that is represented by v. See, by using the sign convention, always the light coming from left to right. First point is always the light come from left to right. Come from left to right. Okay. Second point, all the distance must be measured from the pole of the mirror. Okay, or the origin of the mirror. All the distance must be measured from pole of the mirror. See, first point, that is light come from left to right. That means object always must be placed to your left. Okay. Second point, all the measurements are taken from, all the distance or measurement must be measured from pole of the mirror. Then third one, if the distance measured from pole towards the left, that are taken as positive, the distance measured from pole towards the right, that are taken as negative. Towards left, that is taken as negative. Towards right, that is taken as positive along the principal axis. Okay, then the fourth point, the distance measured perpendicular to the principal axis. See, the distance measured perpendicular upward to the principal axis. Okay, that distance are measured as positive. The height that measured perpendicular to the principal axis, that are taken as positive. Height perpendicular to the principal axis, that is upward, that are taken as positive. Then the height that is perpendicular to the principal axis downward, that is taken as negative. Okay, these are the sign convention you have to follow to trace the image. Okay, if the object is on left side, we have to use u as minus u. The image is on right side, you have to use plus v. The image, you get the image in the upper side. Okay, so we can use positive h dash. Okay, these are the sign convention you have to follow to trace the image. Okay, see, first of all the instant light that is taken from left to right. Okay, so the object must be placed on the left side of the mirror. Okay, then all the distance must be measured from the pole of the mirror. If you measure a distance from the pole towards right, then you can take the value as positive value. Towards left along the principal axis, that is taken as negative value. If you measure the height that is perpendicular upwards, then we can say the value will be in positive. Perpendicular downwards, then the value will be negative. Okay, thank you.